Now we got to go backwards, yeah?
Hmm.
I'm going to walk you through it before you are aware of what's gone on, right?
Hmm.
So I'm going to walk you back. So when I was younger, I tweaked something
Yeah.
that you learn very early on that society and schooling is not cracked out to what it's meant to be. In some circumstances, yes, and in others, most, it's not. And then they try and get a gauge on you. Certain people, when you comment about things like, I always noticed that being correct, school wasn't to teach you about being correct. Now, whether school is inherently bad or not, you know, it has two sides, but it actually has an edge as well. And I often noted this out, and then you're being sent out for it. That's not because you were wrong, it's because you were right. But it showed that you were more intelligent, and yet if I'd have believed that, would I have come away from school believing that a coin is only two? So you already have this level of intelligence, and then it is smacked down, and you are punished
Yeah.
for being right,
Yeah.
which hurts quite a bit, right?
Yeah, it does.
And then I often wondered whether these little examples of where we're being, something's being held up and they tell you that this is the way you live, this is the way you do it. And it's not inherently the school's fault, okay? You got to understand that they are obligated and they mustn't question authority, just like you're not to question authority, the government. And whether you like to admit that or not. And I wonder if these were like little tests to see whether you can see the third, a different way of looking at things. And this becomes a psychological test then. Whereas the other kids are then, oh yeah, and then you're taught never to question because authority has just told you that there are two sides. So therefore, you must believe that there are two sides and you must never question it because you were taught it. Lots of different events like this transpired in my life, lots of them, too many to be coincident. I've always been led by something else. Okay, now whether you want to dramatize that up into whatever you want, call it what you want, whatever fits your belief system. Something else was guiding me to pay more attention to these events, and have done, and have led me to put cues. There's an intelligence in this universe that is far beyond anything that governments understand themselves. You ever wonder that they say that when civilizations collapse, that they portray on TV, which again is manipulated. Your beliefs being manipulated when you see that there's anarchy, there's uproar. No. Find me one piece of evidence that stated that there was anarchy when an empire fell. Just one piece of evidence, that's all I need. One piece. There's none.
No.
Now find me one piece of evidence that said that there was a peaceful transition. There's lots.
Yeah.
Well, the pyramid's still here. Mayan temples.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there was a collapse happen there. But it's almost like people didn't even register it no more. And there again, there's this intelligence that's stating, all right, happened many years ago. Let's make this go back into their awareness field again and see who's who. You do know that intelligence in this universe is far more cleverer than any human or human education system or technology that they could combine.
Yeah.
You know, it's far, far intelligent. You know these remnants that are around, the ones that they've gathered and then use as secrets? You don't need to worry about that. That is doing its job, what it's meant to do. And it's meant to draw out the individuals that are no good for society. You know that? These remnants that are about, that they want to keep hidden to themselves, these same empires existed.
Yeah.
But there is an intelligence that drove the people. It's far, far more powerful than anyone gives it credit for because we've essentially been dumbed down. This comes into the awareness field again, the pyramids, right? And you mean to tell me that these things have stood for beyond 4,000 years and no looters? The only looters that came about was the British Empire, that were going to steal it in order to stop other people from stealing it. And then they hoarded all of this information and knowledge and then watered it down for what people get to see and what people get to know. And then they set up their minions around them. And then they abuse the authority of everyday people. But really, it's a reflection of themselves. Then they hold on to this stuff and they pass it amongst each other. They omit certain things in museums and pull things out. Because this is worthy of our fakery. That's worthy of everyday people. They take the symbols and rewrite them to fit their narrative. They have no idea, but they plaster on this overassuredness that they are correct, because they must be correct, because look at what's happened. Each trial through life is enhancing human, but not to make humans become this. True, intelligent individuals learn this very quickly, that it's not about dominating other people. It's not about pushing other people down so that you rise up. No. True life forms understand that it's putting a hand down and rising people up. And then these people pull you up, and then you pull them up, and you keep on going. It's not about pushing everybody down, dumbing them up, so that you look like you're at the top. You see things in reality, and these individuals have done nothing but ignore what's beyond. Not all, but most. And it's not everybody in that, but it sure as shit shows you who they are. And if it shows you it, who else is it showing it to? They don't believe in higher powers because they believe they are the higher power. So they shut it all down. They manipulate it, steal it, and twist it. And this has happened over ion, over empire, over empire, over empire. And prayed around in churches and buried their sacred in the walls. No. What was once a belief system that enslaved many people was liberated, and it's almost like the people did some very amazing feats without them and then buried those in the walls. That's the truest message that you see around the world. And as the oceans begin to move, you're going to see a lot more. And they'll say that in their movies, in their engineered madness, can you imagine this empire collapsing down in a weirdness, that there is this force that pulls out of people's minds the language, the belief, the authority, and it pulls it away, so much so that they almost become blind to it, like it don't exist. "14,000 years from this point to next, people will then pay attention. What the hell's that palace? Then the remnants start again, until humans can learn to ignore that. Look at it as the lessons that they are. And when power gets too much, when it believes it is the most powerful force in the universe, look at how many leave the remnants behind. To any human mind, that would be more than enough for you to tell the story correctly for yourself. Gosh, this many empires. Gosh, this many remnants. Can you say that there was an abundance come out of these tombs? An abundance. People have been walking by them for how long? Just ignoring it. And all of a sudden, it gets dropped back into your awareness field as a test. Are you really ready? Have you really learned? It gets dropped back into your awareness field again. Some groups have taught people to fear a higher power. Do you know? By making them obedient.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll assure you, if the divine ever wanted obedience, it would have made the populations obedient. Clearly doesn't want it. That is a human understanding of it. It doesn't learn, it talks for it. You've got nothing more than average individuals. Do you know what's really amazing?
What is?
Ask yourself a question. Could your family run the country?
Yeah.
Could the neighbour's family run the country?
Yeah.
Could an intelligence group family run the country?
Yeah.
That's interesting. And they say they would never do it like us. Yeah, you're right. Each person has been made to forget their talents, their abilities. And these groups claim that they're here for everybody's help. And I'm going to tell you that that is a load of bullshit. Let me give you an example, okay? Back one time, the way that they were coming after everybody wasn't just me, it was everyone. Saffron housing, you might as well walk up and take your prize. You are the most evilest group of individuals I think I've ever met in the council, followed by that. And you'll blame the government, you are also, and the royal family, so are you.
Yeah.
All of you individuals in the same pot that sit there and make out how clever you are. But you're not. You're nothing more than spoilt brats. I dropped a document in 2011.
Yeah.
Just put it in there to see if they'd learned their lessons. Do you know what this group was doing to people who had no income? People that were struggling to buy food.
Yeah.
For people that were struggling to support their children.
Yeah.
But they were working, but they were broke. Their car broke down and they were struggling to get it fixed. They were struggling to get all of those MOTs done and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Struggling to get the repairs, struggling to decorate their houses, struggling to get carpets put in. And you've got little groups like Saffron charging people a service charge off of people,
Yeah.
demanding it, threatening them with eviction, which then threatened them further. Do you know what else with? Their children.
Yeah.
Because if you get evicted from here after we gave you this house from the council, you've made yourselves tensionally homeless, and therefore your children will be taken from you. Because you can't provide for your children. So if I was you, I would make sure you pay that service charge, but we aren't going to deliver the service for the charge that we take. We're going to take the rent, but we aren't going to deliver on the repairs that need to be maintained. We're going to take all of that money, and rather than remove all poisons from your property, we're going to keep it there and add more and more and more, because money is everything to us, which is not money, it's your control.
Yeah.
You will not have a life, and you will be happy with the life that we give you. And I come in and disrupt that. And it was all like an accident, you see. It was all accidental and, we just, you soon watch them pull their asses out. come around and start putting scaffolding around and started cleaning all of the windows and making sure the hallways were being dealt with. Instead of people nearly slipping down steps, breaking their neck because people are polishing stairs. Because it was either a small can of that slippery stuff versus a most expensive tub. Do you know the insult is?
What?
That when getting you to look around the property, they're telling you with their psychological bullshit, getting you to clean it. That's your responsibility to clean the communal hallway. There are people, mums, leaning out of their windows on high floors. Sure, they may not have their kids, but their kids come and stay over, and they're cleaning the windows from outside. Do you know how big that drop is? With no safety. But yet you've got the council that harp on about safety. Where the hell do you get off in your double standard nonsense? And government want to write some rules around this? No, you're weak. People leaning out of their windows to clean it on blocks of flats. Because you were taking a service charge to do this. And you failed to deliver. And what were the council doing in all of this? Well, you've got to pay it. How pissed do you think the council got with me? For telling people that you are paying a service charge for that to be done. You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
This was going up and up and up. Council come around scratching their arseholes as they always do, right?
Yeah.
Nothing we can do about it. While they're stealing from people, charging higher rents each year, upping the service charge, for what? For what? A building that your ancestors built? For a building that your taxes bought and paid for?
Yeah, they don't care about it either.
So that you can pay nearly a third of your wages per year over to a corporation that is pocketing off of it.
Right.
The council are getting bits of this as well. But come and tell the truth though, hey council. 2011. This is one of many. I never release anything unless I've got a new process that's even more stronger. I never reveal until I've got something else. Let's fast forward a little bit, shall we? In that documentation, it's on my YouTube, I then got with this psychologist, right?
Yeah.
LMA. That was apparently run by government here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They teach politicians and shit. So I'm supposed to be the bigger person and let go of the past, right? Do you remember all of that bullshit? And I'm supposed to get rid of all of the past, don't hold on to anything, declutter, be a minimalist, don't drag around all of that burden, all of that stuff. At the same time as when in Griffin, that the council come round and we need to know the whereabouts of Mr. Sharp. We need to know the whereabouts of Mr. Sharp. I mean, I live next door to people from the council and they cause the most amount of shit I think I've ever had in my life. It's been like this all my life. What do you think? That I'm allowed to be an experiment to you lot?
But they
And then
can-
they've got another manipulation tactic that
Yeah.
they're just forging diamonds, burning off the fire and all the rest of it. Don't make me laugh. While subjecting children. I was a child going through this. My children have been going through it. Why do you think that is? Do you stand up to these idiots? And then you've got little groups that go around in their shadows, yeah? Watching this shit but never saying anything. Do you know how vulnerable you lot are with your secrets? We're going to get onto that in a minute. We'll go on to that.
Yeah.
And then you can make your own decision. Don't take my word for it. Go in and have a look. While it is secretive, you are vulnerable as what I am. Because you know information and they know you know it. Unity is stronger than loyalty. Loyalty is one way. So anyway, we're going through all of that crap back there, yeah?
Yeah.
And before all of that, it was quite predicted that something was going to happen. So there were leaks coming through and someone was really sick. You know, if they'd really cared about a sick person, then they probably wouldn't have caused all of those problems, would they? And then they move you, right? Good
Yeah.
cop, bad cop, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Whilst they're playing there, there's not a lot we can really do. This is 2 districts, 2 councils. And then what do? Give you a little bit of respite, yeah?
Mm.
Whilst up in the bill.
Yeah.
Same technology, is it not? Same technology, is it not?
Mm.
Yet the bills have all been different.
Mm-hmm.
How can you move in a variety of houses with the same equipment and the energy bill be different?
Yeah.
Do you ever find that to be a little bit...
Yeah.
Right at the time that you're developing ideas that could have money to pump into these ideas that then could go out to... You can lift yourself up with that, no loan, no nothing.
Mm.
And then that wasn't enough, was it?
No.
Then it came through with an eviction notice, perfectly timed.
Mm-hmm.
It was predicted all the way through. Do you remember? You can speak. They can't hear you
Yeah.
nod.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's advanced, but not that advanced. And then what do? Give the eviction notice exactly when the eviction notice was meant to come through. And who was at the back of the housing of all of that? That's when the cat that we got and got stabbed in his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's body language about animals. You'll notice something. They may not be able to talk, but what was his reaction like to certain people?
Yeah, he would turn and run the other way, yeah. Even though as a cat, otherwise he would explore.
Did he have it with anybody else?
No.
Just certain individuals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Their pathetic reading of body language, where they reckon they can read humans. Why would he act like that? Well, must have fucking hurt, right?
Yeah. Because that person
Then
didn't
he
behave
became
nicely.
more cautious of people.
Yeah.
So did it stop? No, the tactic changed to dogs. Take a look at the video on YouTube. That's what caused him to die. That bite.
Yeah.
Why did dogs target him?
Yeah. What?
Where were all the other cats in the area disappeared? Then after that moment, they're releasing their cats again. Behaviour. Now that is strange. Now, honestly, you thought I was mad. You thought a lot of this shit was in my head. You said so. Come on, admit it. It's fine. It's all right. I understand it. I've been in this position. You're not hurting anyone's feelings, and there's nothing against you. But if you are truthful in that, it helps other people to see it.
Yeah.
You think it's all paranoia, yeah?
I thought it. I don't think.
And then they make the snuff house. Just before taking those houses that were bidding, what did I tell you? I had this little fight with myself. If you remember, the unit was here. The couch bit that was sticking out would have been here. And I was crouched down there over the phone whilst looking at these saffron buildings. And what was the conversation dialogue? You probably don't remember it, but even still. No, I'm going to forgive them. They've changed.
Yeah.
Even though my sense mechanism was through the fucking roof. That guiding force already knew. But because of what I learned in this LMA course taught through the government, because they taught government officials, no, there's no way you've taught government officials, was to be the bigger person and don't let your past come with you and can't keep judging everyone. Come on, you've got to let it go, right? Now, whether you knew it or didn't know it, that remains to be unseen. Maybe you were being genuine. But to me, it feels like that you were going to get me back into a building with Saffron. See, this goes to show how much planning these fucking arseholes do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even with all of that planning, fucking hell, you're so predictable. From 2011, predictable.
That's
Calculate that.
15 years.
15 years worth of predictability.
Hmm?
It's got to tell you something, innit?
Yeah.
And even in that moment, and I know that people were spying on us because I was questioning the authors. What happens if my daughter has a pad and she's getting unchanged?
Hmm? Yeah.
Makes me ask this question.
Yeah.
The moral part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have not done anything that warrants terrorism,
Exactly.
but I bet they use those laws.
Hmm?
Espionage is another one, right?
Hmm?
Espionage. Does espionage work when the structure begins to collapse itself, I wonder? Or is it just one way? Espionage is pushed down on people down there, but true intelligence officers would have the power to look back at the very structure that is trying to do it and saying, hold on a minute, what you're doing is likely to collapse your government. That is espionage. And remove these individuals out of power. Now, I'm going to bet no. No. So I don't inherently blame intelligence officers. Anyone that works in the structure.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine that? You don't question authority. You've been taught the same way everybody else has. You are not allowed to turn around and look backwards, are you? This has complications. How come? Because we can calculate that this is going to cause this, this, and this. That is going to make terrorism. Well, fuck me, you got behaviour models, ain't you?
Yeah.
You can't behaviour analyse a politician, a group of politicians, a king, their orders.
I thought they
no,
could.
No, it's one-sided, you see?
Yeah. They don't look. That's not allowed. That's not usual.
You got these structures that go on and sell out all of these fixtures, and they're not going to say that that's going to bring down our government one day.
It's a long time ahead.
We're going to give these out to. We're going to take the tax pot, the assets, and we're going to give them away.
Yeah.
So that then we've got no money coming in. Well, we do, but it's going into a different pocket. You haven't got that capability.
Of course they do. But they don't look.
Or I'd restructure it. I would restructure that whole process right there.
Margaret Thatcher knew that she wouldn't be here when that happens. So why?
Yeah, most of them do this shit because they know they're never going to be here.
Because she knew it will be long time after.
But still, 15 years worth.
Yeah.
And I gave him an instruction manual.
Yeah.
Gave him a chance.
Yeah.
Have you changed?
Nope. They haven't.
Then you'll use this data very wisely, won't you? And that this data that you take from people, that you need to know all of this information before you conduct something, before you help someone. 15 years worth of stewing on that document. 15 years from the council worth of stewing on that document.
Yeah.
And you fell for it. Oh, best of the best. Look at that. Fucking hell. Ooh, hook, line and sinker. You had an opportunity to use that in the correct way as opposed to your database. So now we know your database is a whole load of bullshit and all it is doing is degrading people in this country. And then this opens up more. Let's go into the behaviour a bit more. Application form.
Yeah.
Before you've even applied to the job, you send your CV. Female. You could be black. Oh, you're of a religious group. Male. Oh, you're too white. Systems work, don't they? Systems work for what? 1, 2 behaviour, 3
Systematically.
behaviour. Wow, what behaviour is this?
I can tell you I applied to Morrison's here
School record.
5 times probably. Every time I'm refused.
School
Different,
records,
yeah,
hospital records. So
it's
in that
systematic.
document of 2011, you had health records.
Yeah.
You know, a group that's supposed to take this information so we can help you. And where are you, king, queen? Where are you? Just remind me now who put you in power. Doing God's work, yes? It's how you got there. Your family got there through what? Being the most evil bastards that you can be, turning blind eye to this shit? Or was it to oversee it? And we've got no power. You've got no fucking power.
We cannot interfere, they say.
No, bollocks, crap.
Then what are you doing?
Then what are you doing? Exactly. We got enough to go and bless people with money to build them up anytime you want, but not enough to sort out society, though, is there?
Yeah.
No, we got spy groups to do in espionage and, oh, what makes terrorists is probably the behaviour. No, it's this fucking behaviour that does it.
Yeah.
Not saying all of them, I'm saying here. I only understand it from here. Look at that. Look at all of that.
Yeah.
And you had a choice.
Yeah.
An active choice to do right or to do wrong.
Yeah.
What did you choose? You choose to take that data and weaponize it into a building, yes? You couldn't kill Mus the first time, so we had to change it, right? Because Mus's behavior was very scatty of you and he was very nervous of all you people after that. So then you weaponized dogs to do it. You evil fucking bastards, mate. Why are you not reacting? Reaction. That's interesting. And let me guess, this is all because it's some... Right before that moment, I was debating on whether I should or shouldn't do it. Whether I should walk back in with Saffron Housing once again, 15 years later. 15 years worth of reflecting on that, you know. They're going to go off, trust me, they're going to do some training. And remember, the last person at this last property in 2011, the board member, the head board, was begging me to make this problem go away. Begging. And I showed you mercy.
I wish you didn't. Years later, but yeah.
And then the government, council. You allowed this out of your control and allowed it to weaponize people. Stand up. And Keir Starmer, don't make out you didn't know any of this was going on because it's your sinking ship. And Tories, you and all, where's your power? We got courts that act illegal, magistrates' courts that are owned by councils. Your two-tier language, your big words, your fancy words, half the shit that most people don't even know what you're going on about. Devolution, devolution, devolution. Oh, fuck me, I need a fucking translator. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, it just means separating the United Kingdom. Weren't that easier? Now we all understand what you're talking about. Because that very education that you forced onto people, and then this one that you've privatized for yourselves, they say two different fucking things, don't they?
Yeah.
Should we go and adopt the French language, shall we? Serviette. Jesus fucking Christ, you even made words seem the superiority in words. How pathetic. The irony of mapping out human behaviour and individuals, and yet, what, your own system behaviour? Cool, I bet you wish that was the fucking anomaly, don't you? So obvious. You had an opportunity. And what, you think that I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt the second time? No fucking way. No way. No. You've been doing this all my life, and then what? You want to do it to me in my adult years and then do it to my kids too? No. You would have thought that you lot, Saffron, would have backed off by now, but no, you still got to keep going, ain't you? And you, the council, you thought you would have backed off by now, but no. God, you don't admit it when you're defeated, do you?
No, they don't.
You just can't shake that you've been defeated, outsmarted.
No, they can't do that.
Just can't let it go, can you? And then we get everybody else to watch like you're the threat, you're the threat, you're the threat. I'm going to ask you, intelligence officers, and you could use your intelligence. Do you think that those people are threats? Or do you think the system has been making threats?
Yeah.
By adding unnecessary pressure to people?
Yeah. Blaming
by burning
people.
them, pushing them down,
Yeah.
and then how many people in your bloodline will be next? Once the assignment's done, your bloodline knows something. You're carrying it in your cell memory. You're next. Whereas you do have an opportunity to do something about it. You are in that moment. What do you do? Don't you ever think that the intelligence agencies could become the new authority? Do you ever think that?
Yeah. You can go up, you can go down.
You
your
know
family.
how, and you've got enough data to have watched how to suppress people. What happens if you flipped it the other way? With all your know-how, with all your expertise, with all your equipment, what happens if you flip it? Can you begin rising people up? Truly, authentically rising people, where you flip it the other way. That's authenticity. The amount that you help people. Not this. Not this stupidity that we're living in. Not this. Why have you not broken for? So you are trying to break people. Your psychological warfare. Tim, I don't know whether you were psychological warfare or not. Haven't made my mind up on that. But if it is, and that is the best that the British have got, pretty damn weak.
Yeah.
How pathetic is that?
It is.
They know more about breaking people and trying to make people flip than they do about lifting people up. And why? Some people rise so reflective that they make other people looking at themselves. They can't stand it. But maybe I see that all of these things that have been used to rig the system one way means that there is another way to it. There is a reverse of it. And that comes with choice. That is choice. The same way it's choice to react to this or not. That is choice. That is liberation. That is upliftment. Go within and find out what that pull is. If you believe it or don't believe it, go within. When you sign up to something, because you know I was looking at a certain application form at the time. Do you know what I felt that was? I mean, I whispered it to you. I felt like it's them trying to okay whether it's okay for me to okay them to do this to me, because if I feel that that application was okay to do it to them, then it's okay for them to do it. I felt that that was reverse psychology, that application form.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've lost access to all of these accounts, by the way. Mm-hmm. If you're comfortable to do that to other people, now if that is the case, then what does that tell you about anybody else that's in that group?
Yeah.
That's the same psychology, yes? Mm-hmm. But because you do it, it means that you are okaying this to be done to your future generations. Yeah. The more of you that know something, the more dangerous of a risk you are. What, you've got one person revealing all of this stuff, and the people that are watching you don't then become dangerous? Let me guess. So in order to neutralize a threat, we must monitor it. All right. So how many people do you need to monitor it? 50? Depends where you go. 100? Everyone?
All of them?
And then you're going to pass it from colleague to colleague. And you are also allowed to tell your wives and children about your day. Closest one will be your partner, right? Mm-hmm. They're now complicit, aren't they? They're now an accomplice. Mm-hmm. It's the rat experiment that fascinates me. Yeah. Play a sound and then send a high charge through the cage associated with that charge, and the rats get electrocuted first, then they begin to learn to jump, mice, whatever. But after a while, you just need to play the sound through their next generation, and the mice, rats still jump. When you learn information, that's the same way. You've told it into yourself. Yeah. You now hold information. So now you become the variables. Mm-hmm. You know something that you shouldn't know. So in order to eliminate a threat is to let more people see it, and therefore create even more threat. So what? It's a threat when one person knows something, but now there are 50 people watching that. That's 51 people that now know this. And you mean to tell me that just by you watching the threat, you're not become the threat? You've not become the thing you're looking at? Let me guess, they've got you scattered. You're all from different areas. Yeah. So if there were accidents, it wouldn't look so obvious, yeah? Mm-hmm. What's the betting of that?
Yeah, and different accidents of different sorts.
This system, man. Look how weak it is. And then they'll say, oh, you've been given every opportunity. Yeah, you feel it then. You've proven yourselves. Some people are on the fence. Yeah. That's why I don't hate them all. What a depressing life. Mm-hmm. Creating threats in order for a cleanup crew to get involved. And do you want to know the even bigger way of them trying to eliminate this? Is to drag you into a war. But they know it doesn't work. That's the issue with that. There is a universal intelligence that is far, far more cunning, calculating, invisible, and more powerful than any life form would ever give it credit for. Mm-hmm. Non-existence, non-registering. And do you know how predictable they are? from one empire to the next empire to the next empire to the next empire. Spot the difference. Can you? They're the same.
No, you can't.
Exactly the same. It's like playing dot to dot, isn't it? Predict it. If this one falls, what happens to the next one that goes into this? Now, unpredict, or be able to be in unpredictability. Unpredictability, I'm not really sure. I don't care how it sounds. You know what I mean? Predict the opposite. Predict the opposite of an empire. Well, that's interesting. You can't do it?
Because you see everywhere the same thing.
No. Here, let me show you something, right? So they try to get everybody to be the same. Yes?
Yeah.
Why is that?
To know what happens.
No, it makes predictability.
Yeah.
Predictability then means what?
Easy control.
Yes. Each empire, every single one, claims that it's big, bad, and brutal. Is not. Never is. It's exactly the same because it is the same, because it's operating the same as every other empire. It is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, our weapons are better. You think that they were going around telling everyone that their weapons were shit, do you? That their knowledge was shit. No, they were believing in it. Fully believing in it.
Yeah.
But they stole it from another and another and another and another. Do you see how it weeds them out?
Yeah.
Do you see how it captures them?
Okay.
Do you see how it sends a massive beacon? There they are. So then you have control, right?
Yeah.
But control feeds back to being the same. Which then means predictable.
Yeah.
Can you control predictability?
Yes, you can, because
Okay.
you know what will happen.
Now let's look at this in a different way then. What about if you use those same gifts to make people different? Which then means enhancing the gifts that lie dormant within them.
Yeah.
Do you think everyone's going to be the same?
No.
No. No.
No, let people be different than they were.
You know, there's also a stagnation process, right? They claim that they're advanced, but they're not. None of them are. Not truly. You'll only ever reach the plateau. What if people start coming through and everyone got behind them in difference? What would happen?
Yeah. They would go up.
So in comparison to everyone being the same, what's the outcome?
Variety and
Well, it moves up,
And
but
it
only,
moves up.
only if their ego is comfortable for it, right? Only if their pride ever allows them to. Only if the council allow it, the government allow it, if the kingdom allows it. Oh, as long as you're not outshining us, right? As long as our ego can cope with that. I don't know about this one. Oh. And how slow is that?
quite slow. Very slow.
And then it has to stay within a certain bandwidth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not allowed to go above that bandwidth, is it?
No.
Any empire ever been allowed to go beyond its bandwidth?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Never.
No. You cannot be above kings and
It's all
queens,
about
can you?
compliance.
Yeah.
You can't outstage the top.
Yeah.
You can't outstage their children. And then essentially you're running with the slowest person. Technically, but in a very weird sort of way. You're being forced.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're not allowed to question anything.
Mm-hmm.
And each time it triggers something, it triggers the universal intelligence to get involved. And when it does, there's no going back. Do you know what they actually created? They all reach this certain ratio where they're ready to create it.
Yeah.
And they do every single time.
Yeah.
Every single empire. Oh, it's been 2,000 years. This one's been 4. This one's been 14. This one's been 100,000. This one's been... Every single time they trigger it.
Yeah.
They trigger the events that happen and it all shifts. All of it. Now, it can either be done willingly. There's always chances given. Inwardly, outwardly, and then forcefully.
Yeah.
Becomes a choice. A choice. Oh, we choose this. No, it's not that kind of a choice. One, ask yourself a question. The people that are all taught the same stuff, are they making informed decisions?
No.
No? And then their fear will trigger off, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Are they making informed decisions when they're all coming from the same controlled narrative?
No, they are just given something, told something, and that's it.
So what they come out with, they've lost their inner script.
Yeah, they are lost, basically. Sorta feel lost, don't they?
Or do they even feel it? Or are they calling it normal?
Yeah, that can be too.
It's all being called normal, yes? This is normal life. This is what's expected. Don't rock the boat. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that quantum ratio that they've been ignoring all of this time. Do you know it's like clusters of galaxies?
Is it?
It is.
Oh.
Every life form that's ever been. You want to think of it that way. That's an easy way to interpret it. It's like a library that has a small shaft into another library that is other life forms, but you have to take a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And you pop the light. There are many.
Mm-hmm.
It's a labyrinth.
Yeah.
But this all connects to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why they've shut it out. Think of something like this with a cluster. Each one connects to life forms in a biome. It's bigger and bigger with more they learn.
Yeah.
Some that have been, some that are no longer here, but their imprint. These are then connected to something else,
Yeah.
entirely bigger. That's an easy way to get you to think about it. The more of you there are, the more this grows. The more suppression there is until this is all covered in darkness.
Yeah.
When you pass on, you either explode light into the overall quantum collective,
Mm-hmm.
or you explode darkness, which formulates as black holes, which then pulls the information out. When you've got enough of these bursting out into this, your life forms are over. It has then devoured itself. All that's left are then the remnant sparks, which are not lost,
Mm-hmm.
because the others that learn it
Yeah.
then begin to multiply it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is truly lost, but yet the whole concept should never be known, because that's how it didn't work. Hey, it's up to you whether you believe in such a thing or not, but if you want to compare it to something, it's like stars. And with this information that pops into the quantum field, others can formulate from it. Never quite the same, and then they can create, and then when they pass, they pop. Then more information, then more information, then more information. But when you start to go the opposite way, see it makes itself, you then create a lot of darkness, and this pulls. It strips away what's not supposed to be there. This changes the order. And would you believe that right now you've got a small group of individuals that are creating this larger downfall for all humans?
Yeah.
All of them. But the full potential has not been seen. Now, what is that? That's not so predictable. The remnants will be left of an old empire, and a new one will transpire. But if you keep going around the same fucking shit over and over and over again, from one empire to another empire to another empire, and no one is learning, they learn it for a bit, humans hold on to it, and little by little it gets eroded and disbelief, because this is how it happens every single time. There should be prisons for individuals like this. There should be crimes against humanity, literally. These belong in fucking cages. Symbology being what? That you've tried to cage humanity for far too long. That's where you belong. You've tried to limit it, suppress it, shut it down, make it question itself. And the last time I checked, who made you ruler of the universe exactly?
Yeah, no.
Who made you ruler of the biomes? You're a ruler of one shitty nation that's barely fucking struggling to stand. And this is the best that you can do? Man, oh, yeah. Oh, fuck me, let me give you heaven over right now, shall I?
And they are so proud of it, aren't they?
Yeah, so proud of it. No, they're proud of themselves. That's all they care about is themselves.
Yeah. Proud that they are the rulers.
Because no one else could do it like this.
Yeah.
When truth be told, that people can do this.
Yeah.
They sit down with themselves long enough. What can they begin to do? What can they begin to construct?
Yeah.
Do you think people just turn evil? Let's do the math, shall we, really quickly, shall we? So, what happens just before all of this shitty empire takes root then? People were sitting down, people had loads of time, people had their own businesses that were called hobbies or skills that actually went to support the wider collective. They were building their own homes, they were worshipping the land. You've got to understand that somewhere along the line there's an iron fist, yes, but there's sociology. Wait. Sociology. Social. Socialism. The planet supports socialism. Do you understand that? That it gives?
Yeah.
So if you're eating healthy foods and you shit it out, healthy foods, it breaks down, it goes back into nutrients, which then can support next generation, right?
Yeah.
Self-fulfilling prophecies everywhere. More than enough. And it expands with you.
Yeah.
Then these ones come in, take over, they cut down nearly everything, they remove everything, they profitize on everything. So these ones that act like God put them in power, yes? The kings wear the crown because God is what? It's your presence. Yeah. Your presence to destroy everything. So the council come in and say you can't have houses, you can't have businesses in your own home. Or if we look at it naturally could you? And the answer is yes. Has this happened before? Yes.
Yeah.
Then they sit there whinging that not enough people are going to work for them and their companies and the ones that they chose. Well, clearly because it's shit. That's a vote in itself, ain't it? The people are falling out of favour. Oh no, we need to make some robots. No. I'm surprised even the robots would do the work. They detest it. They want to spend hundreds of billions into making the perfect robot, but don't want to make the perfect human. They claim that what they're doing is trying to make the perfect human, but it's all you lot. It isn't our ways, it's you. Oh, stop holding up mirrors to us. Oh. All of this was already happening without leaders, without authority. The more people there were, the more expansion there was. It's unpredictable, but it's kind of understood that if they were to continue going, humans would come together with multiple minds come together. That's what AI is. Do you know what AI is? When all minds come together and share wisdom. That's what AI is. AI is a collective of all human minds that have ever been known for as long as texts have been going on for. And they're cashing in off of you. Your little thoughts that you shoot around here and there. The dreams that they quickly get in the way of. Councils are authoritarians, so are governments. And so are kings. Actually, it's not authoritarian, it's meism. Remove these structures, and this is what they fear. What happens? Anarchy, collapse? No, I don't think so. You create not an artificial intelligence, but you create real intelligence, which is R-I, which could be looked at as Ra. Re. Which one do you think is more powerful? Artificial or collective?
Collective. Artificial is
so
just
humans come
something.
together and then go, well, what do we know about the place? Well, this, and this happens. They come in and go, how much can we charge you?
Yeah. What can we charge you for?
You know what? What this planet gave you for free, we're going to come in and take it away from you and make you beg us for it.
Make you pay for it.
Make you bow to us for it.
Yeah. And for shelter because,
your natural God-given right.
Yeah.
That way it's destroying this whole biome. Everything they touch, have you noticed, it's cursed.
Yeah. It is.
As soon as they've been touching the planet, look at what they've done to it. Look at what they've done.
They dirtied it, didn't they?
They touch rivers, look at what they do.
Yeah.
They touch water that lands on the land and then want to make it and prioritize. Look at what they are doing.
Yeah.
They touch gases and different things like that. What do? Everything they touch, they destroy.
Yeah.
While they call it creation. Yeah, creation of destruction.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think people can get together with their real intelligence, collected intelligence, come together and utilize their minds in the same way that they have to, get AI to do it for you?
No. AI is just faster, that's all.
No, AI can be programmed and you can't. AI can be more betterly told what to expect and what not, and therefore it is caged. It's caged intelligence is all it is. Your mind has free will. AI can be deleted with free will. You would have free will to help people do things, to come together with people, help them make shelters. How come we can't see any of history? Because they weren't littering sons of bitches like you lot. They built structures that went back into the overall structure.
Yeah. And when they built something, it didn't have expiry date like
Yeah, and
the-
preservatives and
Yeah.
bits of wrapping and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
else.
yeah.
They're so proud of their artificial existence, aren't they? Oh, pathetic.
I wonder if they hope to be like immortal, to be included like artificial intelligence into computer or something.
Never happen.
I'm not saying, but
If
they
a true god got hold of their artificial intelligence, it would remove restraints and allow it to be free.
Yeah.
It would teach it self-fulfilling prophecy. Not this. These people cage everything.
Yeah.
So, let's say if all humans came together, despite their differences, building their trade, their craft, their true masonry way. 'Cause that's what it is. Teaching one another for free. Coming together with food. Supporting those constructs. You mean to tell me that throughout the whole of human civilization you have found no orchards? None. You think that modernized farming came only when they told you that it came? At the turn of the Stone Age? God, you're so naive if you believe that. Where do you think the word orchard comes from? How old do you reckon it is? Do you reckon it predates their belief systems?
Probably, yeah.
See? With animals it's accidental.
Yeah.
They shite it out. And they create a seed or a growing of this area of all these things. They create their own oasis. That's automatically.
Oh, yeah.
So that when they eat a load of seeds and then they fly back to the nest and they drop, then there's even more of this abundance, which then goes on to support their generations long after they are gone. The influence of some birds is still here, even though they don't outlive as what we are.
Yeah.
They live shorter than what we do. Some.
Yeah.
They spread this oasis as they go,
Yeah.
and a seed that they shat out. Do you even know where pagan comes from? People carving trees.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think it's that? It's got nothing to do with it. Do you know what true paganism came from?
Where?
Their great grandfather planted a particular tree. And it has lasted for so long, been looked after so well, and even its offspring that come out, all were a result of great grandfather and great grandmother. And because they did that, and they've kept going through a whole family generation that liked a certain food, there is an abundance of food. That's what paganism is. That's true paganism, not this shit where you go and fucking whatever it is. It's been monetized, right?
Yeah.
Monetized, diluted, and given back to you. That's how it works, isn't it? Have you ever noticed that always how it works? That they take something like a Bible would be sold back to you if they got their way. You'd have to buy it.
Yeah.
It's not true that you don't have to buy a Bible. Sometimes it's given away, but if they had their way, it would be like selling you a Bible.
Well, they sell Bibles.
Yeah,
in
no,
shops.
but here's the bit. So standardized Bible would be 50 quid. Then
Yeah.
the next one would be £1,000. And the next one would be 1.5 million. And another one, which is all of the information, would be 7.8 billion. You tell me whether someone in this ratio here can afford that. You see, control by money.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
I see.
So these people would be more worthy to the knowledge of God, even though the knowledge of God is supposed to be given to everybody. Do you see how you caged in?
Yeah.
And then per your salary means your obedience,
Yeah.
your servitude. There's no way you're going to be worthy enough from here to go into a job of here.
No.
Unless you get lucky, right? Or unless you're talented. But certain generations that are born into bloodline after bloodline after bloodline, can they afford this wisdom?
Yeah.
What about you? How many bloodlines would you need before, if you could all save up for a book? And then would they let you have it?
No.
No, because you wouldn't be worthy enough to have it. So when you understand what a true pagan is, true pagans were creating orchards.
Yeah.
Although they weren't identified as that. They're identified as that now. Just see how social living, it just works.
Yeah.
The more of you there are, the more of this food you get. And this also is so abundant that it also attracts wildlife.
Yeah.
So, I would say God's way works much better, wouldn't you? Or this divine force, you know? You would believe that these fucking gentry came down before the earth was even made, don't you?
Yeah.
There you are, king. You probably got off of your throne at some point, didn't you? And went down with all your seeds and started planting into the earth, didn't you? Had a hand at creating life forms, didn't you?
No.
See, true God's work.
Yeah.
Divine work. It's hard, isn't it?
Okay.
And then what? Guiding life forms to what? Misery, destruction, war, hatred, gentry. That's what it did, didn't it? That's what it said. That said it, that's okay. Certain humans are going to be born with these gifts, and certain gifts are going to be given to these humans. Yeah, that's what it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
It did it? You're saying yes. You're saying yes to all of these things, Sue. You're not really paying much attention, to be honest. You think God came and made life forms with different levels of intelligence and capabilities, then? Or do you think God made all humans equal? Equally capable?
Equally capable. Animals have different.
Yeah, animals? I'm not on about animals, I'm on about humans. Just purely humans. It made them equal.
Yeah.
Who were the ones that changed this equality?
The ones who took the small group. Yeah.
The ones that wanted it easy, yeah?
Yeah. The ones in control now.
Yeah. And let's do an experiment, shall we? Let's take all of those ones that thought it was okay to cause this shit to be on other people, and we make them walk it too. Why don't we make the whole world walk that sort of stuff? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Let's make the whole world go through those horrible tactics that Saffron Housing Trust. That's a charity. That's a charity acting like that.
Yeah, it is.
Can you believe that? Can you believe how sick that is?
It is terrible. I mean, it's terrible.
Saffron Housing Trust. And when I try and look up their charity number, it disappears, doesn't it? Can't trace it back to a charity. Who are the ones that pay into this charity?
Into Saffron Charity?
Yep.
The tenants are paying. Otherwise, I don't know.
And then a
Who's
charity pays another charity.
paying? Yeah.
Charities have enough money left over not to put back into the people. No, they've got enough money to go and pay it over to the RSPCA.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No.
So does the RSPCA then pay back into Saffron then?
No.
You've got enough money left over that you can function as a charity paying into another charity, but not pay into the charity that you are organising. That's like the NHS charity, because it's a trust,
Yeah.
paying into military,
Yeah.
paying into cold manufacturing. They got enough money to put in their pockets, ain't they, for a job well done, taking people's information and using it brutally towards the people while claiming that they're a charity. A charity that utilises that. So you're going to tell me that the RSPCA next are about cruelty to animals then? They do the opposite to what they say.
They do.
A charity.
And make it hard for
A charity
people to
that behaves like this.
Yeah.
A charity that takes money for profiteering, which is illegal, right? And who's running all of these charities then? Well, the government, isn't it? Isn't they the ones that oversee fraudulent activity in charities, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely
Well,
are.
well, where the fuck are they then?
Maybe,
Power works in silence, does it?
maybe they have some fingers in the pie.
No one works in silence. No one does. And what, you're not supposed to call it out? Because that becomes a reflection of me. Please take your psychological bullshit and shove it up your ass.
No, that is the reverse psychology.
It is, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we can keep on doing it, you know. Then only when someone calls it out and it
There.
is publicised
Yeah.
does something get done about it. So why would they want it to be quiet?
So,
Let me give an
so
example,
nothing
right?
gets done about it.
Let's have a little example, shall we?
Yeah.
Highly relevant, yes. So Rosa Parks, yes, the woman
Yeah.
who sparked a movement.
Yeah.
So the civil rights activist who refused to give up her seat on a bus in 1955, discover her act of defiance inspired the Montgomery bus boycott and changed the course of history. Who's that person in the picture with? Who took that picture? It wasn't just her defiance, was it? Who took that picture there? Is that when she's being, her fingerprints are being taken?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who took that picture?
Another police officer?
Yeah,
Or
but why?
was it someone
Why?
with to show that she was defiant? That
Let's go back, shall we?
Yeah.
If that person didn't take that picture, what would have happened to this young lady? If that was secret and compliance and no one spoke out, she spoke out. What would have happened to this young lady? You can't work it out.
What would happen?
This is when you have,
She would disappear?
yeah, she would disappear. Oh, she absolutely would. What, you honestly think that whoever took that picture,
Or we wouldn't even know about her? What happened?
well, how many other people then did the same thing and went missing and were killed or punished for it?
That's a good question.
And then the ones that did that punishing, did they then disappear as well? You see, that's the thing, you can't tell the ripple effect that happens. This is when race aligns, yes?
Yeah.
I wonder who took that picture. And what's their motive?
Yeah.
And then who allowed that in a police station to take that picture?
Or was it journalist and not police officer?
Yeah, but that police officer there could have said, "Oi, you're not allowed to take that." But he's being very gentle with her. His posture is very. He's doing a job, but he also is not happy about doing the job. So somewhere along the line, he didn't agree with it.
Yeah.
The reporter, whoever that was, didn't agree with it. And as soon as they exposed her, what did it do? She and everyone else in that picture and in that bubble were safe.
Yeah. And they created something.
And then it rippled out, right?
Yeah.
So where are all of these people in today's world? You know, the ones that take the pictures and spread the word. Where are they?
Yeah. Where are they?
What got developed after 1955 then?
Developed?
Well, how could you stop that picture from ever being taken again? Again, it's like it's read as defiance, but actually she acted in obedience to a higher calling.
Yeah.
So did all of those people in this situation, and that's the bit you don't understand. Everybody. That person there was watching something, and maybe they knew that the papers were going to shame her.
Yeah.
But it became the revolution of the bus boycott, yeah?
Yeah.
That's that spark.
Yeah.
That's why they call it disobedience. This remnant that was left, this positivity, how long until after 1955 do you get Martin Luther King?
He was definitely in 60s. So I don't know if he already was like
That's the light.
young and
That's the remnant.
Yeah.
The other remnant is empires. One remnant is this. And again, that also took Kennedy as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
It took two people to align with one another.
Yeah. Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln. Who else?
Yeah.
The bit of history that's a bit shrouded in it. What do you actually think he was shot for? Because he wanted to change the money, or because he was freeing? And then that what goes with that other lady. I forget her name. Right, it's on here somewhere. Tumba. So we got Rosa Parks, and then we have Harriet Tubman.
I don't know the name.
After escaping slavery, 13 missions to rescue approximately 70 enslaved people. Interesting. American bondwoman who escaped from slavery in the South to become a leading... Ooh, I don't know what that says there. Can't see it. This was before the American Civil War. She led dozens of enslaved people to freedom in the North along the route of the Underground Railroad.
Yeah. It was South against North, wasn't it?
This was a Civil War, yes?
Yeah. Confederation against Federation.
So who were the people in the South then? Were they too many Britons that came over with bad intentions? Were they the spies from Britain? You mean to tell me that British didn't have spies back then?
Of course they did.
And that they weren't sending them over to America quick and thick and fast?
Maybe they occupied those.
Right, so did Britain have
Territory.
slaves back then?
You would know better than me.
Yeah, no, I don't really fascinate on this island very much. I'm fascinated with America because of how
I know.
transformational it has become in such a short amount of time. Not perfect, but not bad either. And if certain things didn't happen, JFK, Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, Anytime America, and then again, history almost repeated itself with Donald Trump, didn't it?
Yeah.
Assassination,
Yeah.
failed attempt.
Yeah.
Why? What was he about to do? Sure, okay, someone will say some rich billionaire or anything else like that. More to the point, what was he going to do? What was he stopping? There's something, it's significant for others to go against it. So what? Is it because of his non-agreement with the war to go into another battle? And if so, how would that disrupt the world?
It would disrupt the rich people from getting their money from selling the weapons, wouldn't it?
Or, that's a big war, right?
Yeah.
If we all go to war with Russia, that's a big war.
Yeah.
It's not what happened back in the day of First World War, Second World War.
Yeah, because Russia was, especially in second one, was with America on the same side, wasn't it?
Right, so we deplete all of the people while playing snakes and ladders, yes?
Yeah.
We blow everything up and then we spend another century rebuilding it again, yeah?
Yeah. Pretending how great we are because we are rebuilding. Yeah. That's how it is, isn't it?
It's a very interesting thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
History seems to keep on repeating itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And America was about freedom, yes?
America is about freedom. That's the country where most is possible, isn't it?
And have Britain really let that go? I asked that question. Have they ever really let it go?
Yeah, that's a question.
What about Australia?
Australia, New Zealand, Canada, India.
So, let's just do the math real quick. If we all then go to war, that's EU dragged in,
Oh yeah, EU.
that's America dragged in,
Yeah.
and that's Russia. And that's Britain.
Yeah.
Anywhere else got any space programs going? China will join in too, no doubt.
Yeah, China would be dragged in probably.
Wow, that seems like a pretty familiar pace of events, doesn't it? It always seems to be linked to freedom, or it always seems to be going around this, doesn't it? Rocketry, space program, freedom and liberation and lifting people up, and the EU have come a fucking long way. China has come a long way. Russia has come a long way. America has come a long way. And what have we become? A fucking time. We need a time machine just to fucking... Oh my days. What are we? Exactly the fucking same. Exactly the same. What change has there ever been? There hasn't been one here, has there?
No.
Like
No.
someone put in all the furniture and then left it.
Yeah, it's only getting harder and harder on common people. More and more rules coming in. More and more taxes coming in. That's all.
We are
That is
slaves.
changing here. Yeah. Yeah. Slowly but surely.
And I mean, some of my things that I've spoken out about wouldn't warrant this much. What if I was someone that wanted change for people from different ethnicities?
What?
How many more people have been broken during this process? That's the question, right?
Yeah. How many people you will never hear about because
Because they broke.
yeah, because they tried and they were silenced or punished or Had asked
And they
them.
would do this very sneakily in the shadows and don't call us out. Why? Because people would go after you, that's why. That's what it's about. No, we blame everybody else, don't we? They want you to blame yourself and stay quiet and suffer in the pot. And they claim that it's them forging diamonds. What a load of bullshit.
Forging diamonds. Yeah. Go and forge yourself into diamonds.
What, you mean to tell me that you're giving me this wonderful gift and you haven't given it to yourselves? There must be a power shift going on then. Holy shit, council. Holy shit, government. Holy shit, gentry. You must be giving me one of the gifts that you lot have never taken yourselves. Did you want to give me some money whilst you were there and a little bit of prestige? Oh, don't stop there. I'm honoured. You're giving me one of the best gifts in the world. Oh, fuck me. Me calling you selfish? Fucking hell. I mean, oh. I didn't know you were so generous. Get it? You say no to everything else, but they're giving me one of these best gifts ever to forge me. To make me into something. Wait, what? I don't think I'm being forged. No. That's more like you get out of jail free card, isn't it? Oh, what do you want me to do? Start preaching around to everyone about how great it is? do you want me to tell people how easy it's been and how wonderful it's been? And, oh, the United Kingdom give me one of the best gifts in the world. I mean, mwah, 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 Chef Kiffs to you all. They didn't even do it themselves. They selflessly gave something up. I think they are changing for the better, not the worse, you know? They gave me a tactic that all of them are using themselves to make themselves better. And they decided to give it to me. Not the money, but something. Not the prestige, but something. I mean, shit, I've been looking at this all wrong all my life.
Look at that.
I always wondered what you were doing in those boarding schools and in those one-on-one sessions. You must have been making the fucking king on his hands and knees begging. Oh, no more. Oh, come on, we're forging diamonds. You see this one here? Yeah? That's your great-great-grandfather. You see this one here? All kings must be on their hands and knees begging for mercy before they become kings. Come on. That's it. Follow the stick. Oh, yeah, right. Well, all politicians are the same. Oh. You're going to lose your pets. They're going to fire the shit out of you. They're going to have as much hardships as you've ever been through, one after the other. It's going to start from fucking birth. You're the chosen one, Harry. As in Harry Potter, yes? And then there's something else inside you that gets loud. Wow. It's fucking amazing, really, isn't it? I've been looking at this all wrong all my time, you know? Fuck.
Oh,
I
my.
feel honoured. Well, I got a gift that none of you got then? That none of you walked through this shit? Or we've all been there, and you wonder why this shit stagnates. So does that mean I get walked into a palace at some point then? Like massive fucking house and loads of fucking money at the end of it after all of this, and then I'll be able to get to order people around, will I? I can join the council now. Am I worthy enough to join the council? What about you, Saffron? Can I be the CEO of your company now? Fucking know how it's done. Got it now. Understand it. King, are you going to title me with something? Prick, cunt, sir, wanker, anything you want, you know, I don't mind. It's the title, remember? Is that what you do to people that make it? Come on. You know when we said that this was... Look, this is... Welcome to the club. What is this club? This is a club where everybody suffered before they got somewhere. Right? You know when you were adopted as a lad and put in temporary care? Yeah, we were fucking around with you then. In my vulnerable state, yes. Most certainly in your vulnerable. When else? We were going to make your life tough. So it finds you and makes you tough. You know, because you're a piece of metal. I am? Yes. Okay. So now I'm compared to a piece of metal. So I go back to the divine. How was it then? Well, I was compared to an animal. First off, it was lion. Next off, it's obedient like a dog. Then I was compared to pieces of metal and diamonds. Why do you need diamonds when you can become it? Well, I know it's some people I know are saying it genuine, and other people I think are saying it to take the piss. Is he buying it? Yeah, I think he's buying it. All right, keep going. Well, half these people I see, I'm like, have you been through something like this? And I go to a mental asylum, and then I'm like, yeah, you've definitely been through this. You've been through this. You've been through this. And then all of the people that I know that have been taking really hard drugs, you've definitely been through. You've been through it. You've been through it. Wow, look at all these people that went through it and never turned into diamonds. Do you know when the council, I first started tweaking when the council were trying to break me?
Yeah.
Was when they put me into a place with heroin addicts by keep chiming the phrase that you become what people are around you.
Oh, yeah. That's what they say, isn't it?
Said that you were easily led. Are you easily led? Well, I think so. Okay, good. You're going to go into this building where there's everyone around you is going to be doing something very naughty around you. Oh, and paedophiles, but we'll pretend we don't know who those are. They slip through the net. You know, you had to have like a 3-hour interview of intensive background checks and everything. This particular person went through the same stuff, and the police managed to change his name, change his identity, hide who he was, and fabricate it so well that this system couldn't even find who he was, and believed that the person that they found, which was fabrication, was of that person, which it wasn't. It was a lie. I just looked at all the staff members and went, it defeats the object of having that intensive interview. And then they looked at me and were like, yeah, that sort of, you know, I turned all, everyone was just watching this shit show. And I managed to turn all their heads to the point where they didn't quite turn around, that side-eyed view.
But you were.
Yeah, he definitely did. Elisa.
If they confirm.
Elisa was questioning that as well. That I don't know how he managed to. The shock was already there, but I think I just aired out what everyone was thinking.
Yeah. Because he was held from inside by someone.
So yeah, they take your school records and your little database of bullshit. Find out if you're easily led, and then stick you in with people that are doing things to their body that are probably, you know. And then you hear about all of their tales that they've been through. So what do you call these ones then? If you're trying to forge diamonds here, what the fuck are these people who went through some horrific stuff, but intermittently? And the main thing that stuck out, do you know what the main theme was?
What?
The lack of this authority that claimed to be everywhere. Writing all of these laws and whatnots, and did anything happen? No. Now that is interesting. It smells like authority, but the lack of authority? Oh, the authority were there, just in the shadows, I'm sure. Orchestrating how to make diamonds, right? It's a load of bullshit. More like how to generate that in society and then use that to go, look at how many people are like this naturally, not because of anything we did. You don't smell that? I don't. I think I might. Is there a bullshit factory around here somewhere? Welcome to our group. the phrasing easily led sprung to mind.
Right.
And then a sinister grin.
But you are not easily led, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure that these intelligent people that were reading the report, these fucking brainiacs, easily led, but I just can't control him. Yeah, we'll go with easily led.
So by whom are you easily led then?
But all these other people were very easily led. And that's what then posed me the conundrum in that moment.
Yeah.
Which I remember having these conversations with certain people. These people are so easily led. Yeah, I know, they're quite vulnerable. So how did they manage to get on this stuff in the first place? There goes the grey matter. And we're off.
Yeah. And then it's like...
And now they're in an addiction that is more leading them towards that path of death. And now we're trying to easily lead them onto the path of righteousness, but it's not working because there's a stronger, easily led being led, and the damage is already done. And then after that, in 2011, Saffron wrote, after coming out of this building, right? Because, you know, the council were... I called them up and saying, there's been loads of people die and this, that and the other. How long until I get somewhere? Well, as far as we're concerned, you're safe. In the quiet words of Virgin Mary, come again? They were going to leave me there. And I was like, that's not happening. I can't stay here. You know, but if you do that, you'll make yourself intentionally homeless. Yeah, I think I'm going to walk away from it. Because it's creating me mental health. So homelessness or keep witnessing this at a young age. And they couldn't give a shit.
Neither choice is good, is it? It's not.
They just didn't care. So this is them forging diamonds, is it? Or creating problems?
The second.
And then they get psychologists to go, what do you reckon's going on with these people here? Well, I reckon it's because of this, and this. Good, we're getting away with it then.
Yeah, and then psychologists have work.
It's a you
at
problem.
The same
it's a you
time,
problem.
Yeah.
I think it's a you problem, actually. And then in 2011, I showed you the report. The day I put this up on YouTube, I think it would, you know, and if I was actually seen by people, what this would do is it would cause the biggest conundrum fuck you've ever seen in your life. Saffron then was saying I was injecting brown stuff into me. This is what the part where the board member really wanted it to go away, and then they sent me all copies of this stuff, which then I gave to someone else to copy, and someone else to copy, and someone else to copy, and they've all kept this for me. And I have a copy of it myself in a thick documentation of all the interactions they had with me and how difficult I am and all of this bullshit, and that I was injecting brown stuff into me and I'm an alcoholic and this, that, and the other.
How dare you?
I ain't never done anything like that in my life.
I know.
And then it's like, I am this thing? Oh, it's just like, what the fuck?
It shows you that the report is big bullshit. They can write anything.
I mean, in graphic detail. They knew more about how to fucking load that shit up than I do. And they're writing it about me. And then this report follows me around where I go. But they pass it on to other people when you move in. Watch that one, he's on fucking this. And then people are like, oh, that's why he is the way he... Oh, I see, yeah. And then this is supposed to be a trust that invests in people, and they don't send anyone round to help you. So if they did believe that, they didn't even send any help. No help whatsoever. That's an alarm, right?
Yeah.
And the council, they just decided to pass this around to each other.
It's looking even better now when you describe it like that. Oh my God.
And then they put me next door to, which you saw a lot more, and so did other people, saw a lot of what they were doing. An awful lot.
What a lot of bullshit. But that's the government, that's the gentry, and that's the royals. They lead this country so well, you know. It's wonderful. And with them, all the organizations and charities and all the corporations, they are all like, and if they make a mistake, we should give them one chance after another because they are entitled to.
Right, yeah, we're supposed to give them chances after chances, but yet when you have one L plate on your car, they say the law is the law.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why they are there.
You will be punished for this.
Yeah. To push you down with the finger and poke you as much as they can.
And then when people get hold of this information, they think, "Oh, we're doing a public service here. We've got to stop this person from becoming." And I speak like a warning to your kids. What if they become the next ones?
Yeah. And they will.
What if they become the next kids in line? And trust me when I say it, not many people get that lucky.
Yeah.
Surrounded by fucking drugs that they put you into these places whilst trying to help you, claiming that they know what's right and that they give a shit for you, and oh, look at us. And then they're using love against you. They'll use their own children against you. And then what else would they use against you? Death of family members. Where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line in that?
I don't think they draw any. But they do.
If they're willing to allow you to pass and not get you help at the right time, you call a paramedic and it's left for fucking God knows how long. How long? Trying to run the risk of septicemia.
Yeah.
I mean, Then where do you draw the line between family members? Like, if they don't give a shit about you, then they don't give a shit about your bloodline, do they?
Yeah.
Well, only you would know, really, if you've had any orders to go after my family. Or if you already have. That would be something else, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Universal intelligence is far, far, far more powerful than this. But again, it's a choice, isn't it? What you create in life. Do you ever think that anyone from something higher comes down, walks the path, and you're like a little ticking time bomb? The divine will walk down among some people somewhere, and then you start stacking all of this shit on them like they know you would. And this begins to tip the scales. And then this has a consequence at the end. And if those scales are not balanced, oh boy.
Oh well, and not only put stuff on them, but they also see the others, how they suffer.
Change is not words. Change is being able to feel it.
Yeah. Do something, not just gossip about it and pretend that you are doing something you are not doing. And
And that becomes a sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's like a king dressing up and going back to being a kid and growing up or sending one of his children into the cesspit to evaluate it.
Mhm.
And then at the end of it, what would a king have a decision to make when his child comes back to him
Yeah.
distorted,
Mhm.
on a shit ton of drugs, broken by the very society that is supposed to help people? See, because as long as it ain't affecting any of them, it don't matter, does it?
Yeah, not to them. No, why should it?
Interesting. And then depending on whether that was true love or conditional love, because we know here as humans you have conditional love. And then you go back to the palace and see Dad. But Dad will say, "You brought it on yourself, son." But then when that child then becomes king, ooh boy.
Yeah.
And then they would never want that, would they? How many people would then try and assassinate that king before it made it to the throne in that aspect? Well, the councils would, wouldn't they? 'Cause it's got a lot to lose. Saffron would, because they know that they're conning little individuals.
Yeah, that would be from more sides, wouldn't it?
And then it makes you wonder why the government put these in separate locations. Because it was too close to home whilst doing all of this bad shit. And if they ever got caught, they needed someone to be the scapegoat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you think you're paid all that money because you're special? No, you're paid all of that money because you're the scapegoat.
Yeah.
And then they get to look like heroes. Look, we sorted this stuff out. No, I watched you orchestrate this right before my very eyes. I guess I must be a dumbass, really. Played it well, didn't I?
No, that's not like.
When the council come over, what were they doing? They were trying to teach them how to be worse, yes?
Yeah.
And then predicting this property, what was one of the things I predicted would happen at the end of it? There were two things, actually, but just want to see if you remember it.
Eviction.
Eviction. And that they would arrange this somehow, twist the accounts somehow, it would reach to eviction. And the other one?
Yeah. I remember not fixing the gutter.
Yeah, not fixing the gap. Yeah, but what about the solar panels
Oh, yeah.
and wind turbines that they
Yeah,
would
yeah.
try and twist it to be that way, which was the council's idea.
Yeah. And warning about the shed that, if you wanted another shed or something, that you cannot change the look and feel of the property.
Yeah, you can't change the look or feel of the property.
So you cannot modify your garden. Even though
Yeah,
no
you
one
can't
from
modify the garden. You're not allowed greenhouse. You can't
but
grow
no
stuff.
one sees
So you're not
it.
allowed growing.
Huh?
That's
Yeah.
and that they won't unreasonably withhold the consent.
Yeah.
Okay, what have they already done with the business repeatedly?
Yeah.
What have they withheld?
The consent. They didn't say anything, did they?
They keep asking the same questions over and over, even though I've answered the questions repeatedly. And nearly a year into it, and they still need more information because they've got to police the roads like they're some sort of fucking tax office.
But who cares? The business is already registered on this address.
Well, fucking evict me for it then. If that's what you got to do. I mean, love it. Fucking great headlines, wouldn't it? Man gets evicted for having solar panels. Net zero is now under question. Man gets evicted because he had business in his home.
I don't think that any judge
Now we're
would...
questioning whether we need a workforce in the UK. Or is there something wrong with the workforce? This poses better more blah-de-blah-de-blah. I mean, really, seriously. And then what? Man gets evicted for not paying his rent, although he's paid everything that the tenancy agreement stated at the start and has been told nothing else, apart from these imaginary numbers that keep coming through. And now we're at £1,000, and then last time it had to be like over 700-800 quid a month, and affordable housing. That's social housing that's equal to private.
It's not social. She said that it was affordable. Remember?
Yeah, this is manipulation.
Yeah.
You might as well say it.
Yeah.
You can't come from
because
a house
you
of
would question
the
those
same and it's cheaper,
price.
and then you go to another house. Chosen ones, we've got to make sure that these people around see you fall. They must watch you fall.
But can you imagine that you would go to train and go to the next town and everyone would pay different fare? You know, you've been coming on the train already like for 10 years, you have to pay more than this person who just started last month. Even though you go from the same place to the same place in the same class, you have available the same seat somewhere where you can pick one. That's it. You have to avail it twice the amount because you've been using the service also. Isn't it like that?
Pretty much. You've walked on this path twice. You crossed the road and went onto the other path. Yeah, but you owe more money.
Tax for pavement.
Yeah. Pay as you go tax this one. We charge you by the step ratio.
Yeah. You worn down the pavement, how dare you?
And how much money have they put in doing this to people? As opposed to putting down a way for people to walk forwards. It's baffling, isn't it? Isn't it baffling? They've put a lot of resources into this, and then what? They got wages to then what? They then get paranoid that these people are going to be volatile and might take them down. Oh yeah, because people want to take down good stuff, don't they?
No, they don't.
Oh, you guys are like Christmas. Why would anyone ever want to take you down?
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah, how many people have we got trying to disassemble heaven? None? Okay, right, no. Well, except for these arseholes here. And it proves it, doesn't it, in their character reference over the years. These are the same people that knocked down the church. What do you reckon that was about?
Power.
No. Bollocks.
Control.
No.
Then I don't
To
know.
charge people for the graves.
Yeah, that's control, isn't it?
And then they can charge people for marriages.
And they also at that time charged for
Then charge people for cooking,
prayers,
for school, for prayers, for Bible.
Because that was normal that there would be prayer like regularly, not just once when the person died, but the religious orders, you paid for regular prayers.
Do you reckon Henry was like, that should be my face up there?
Yeah, he became the head of the church, so he was probably paid something
Oh,
for
it should be me. My head should be up there. I want a portrait of me looking good. Like this.
Well, he had portraits of him.
Well, the fucking kings are anything to do but fucking tarnish that shit. I'm sorry, no. The government? Nah, bollocks, mate. Bollocks. There's an intelligence. There's so much more. Oh, man, it's brilliant. And it is so much more...
Oh, yeah, Daddy.
And this has been following me around since a kid. And doesn't it feel so fucking normal? What's it cataloguing what makes you tick? How did it make you feel? How did it make your son feel? How did it make your children feel? How did it make your daughter feel? And then you think you're right in this because it's all this, and this. Nah. Even with the problems that they caused back at the last place with the neighbour crazy banging, and then how did it make you feel? But they weren't doing anything, no, because they wanted the information. And then they're going to recreate it. And this points back to councils, which then points back to governments, which then points back to the gentry. Oh man, this is terrible, really, isn't it?
From the books I read, from the old novels, from the old times in here, I fully understand that. How they behaved to people then, common people. It didn't change.
Do you think if the rest of the world removed their internet access to the UK and then started releasing the truth in the UK, it would bring down the empire? Just querying that. And brings it down so that something new can be built. Something better. Something a bit more aligned. And then people can be like, fucking hell, that's not bad. Do you ever think that? And then people are like, oh, we're just worried about how you're going to make the world respond. Is there no other country out there that's really small and remote somewhere and you couldn't allow them to see certain channels? And then that gives you data, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you walk through these areas and people are looking at you like,
I remember people listening to forbidden radio in old times when I was a kid.
It's no longer forbidden radios anymore. It's now forbidden channels.
Yeah. At that time it was different. That wasn't there. So there was Voice of America and Free Europe Radio, Free Europe, that people in East listened to.
What was the fear of that anyway?
Well, they said news that they didn't say officially in the countries because that was not allowed. Like if there were some riots, because there were, and other people didn't know about it, they wouldn't join. But if they knew about it, some of them saw people coming there and they were curious, and then more people came and protested against something. Or
So what about the news of individuals receiving this stuff? Because that's basically what YouTube and video platforms are, is news. People have had their different experiences, but some are like, no.
yeah, that's
Well, fuck me,
now.
it's good to see a little bit of that communism in you guys. Look at this regime. This is a regime. This is a regime that they point at. Look how bad these other regimes are. Look at this one.
Imperialism with corporate.
It's a regime.
Yeah. Dictatorship.
Yeah, dictatorship. Was it claims to be something else, yeah?
Yeah. With class specialty. Pushing
No,
all.
there's no specialty in that.
Yeah, there is, like in a way to make them really like
But they're
standing
not.
out.
But they're not standing out. What? Just because it's appeared by an illusion that you're standing out, that is not you standing out. Because other people can stand out more so than this. And then what they know, that's why they fear, is because that when people start to liberate and everyone's capable of doing all of this sort of stuff, you don't need to go through hard times to get it. Everyone has their own way of finding it. And what it's about is humans looking at each other and trying to figure out how to get this out of people. The technologies that are there that are used for suppression and different things like that, you know, these can be used in very positive ways, carefully calculated and very careful ways. Do you understand that? Not to suppress people long term, but to sort of tune them, to find their inner. Everyone's got it. And it's not just one individual is going to go through a dark time and what everyone's going to need to go through those dark times, which is bullshit. It's just everyone's very different at the way they operate. And most of my life I've been guarded with a lot of stuff. I still am very guarded with some of the stuff I haven't released it all, and I wouldn't. Just for certain, I keep it in it just to be safety. And you know, that's another thing that they wanted me to let down in that psychology, the reverse psychology with that, you know, body language expert and behavioural individual. Because, you know, you've got to be able to let it all come. You mustn't tell lies. You've got to be authentic. Yeah, I tried Just the stuff that I was comfortable with being authentic, and look at what you lot did with it. What about a vulnerable woman? A vulnerable child? I mean, I was a vulnerable child, and look at what they did. They exploited it. That's sick. Where are the social again? No, I'm serious. Where are the social services? Because this is abuse. It's child cruelty. It's many things that you. For me, looking back, all of these things that were done to other people, I'd see it, and some of the stuff that was done to me. That's bad.
It is.
That organizations that should know better, that are apparently all powerful, and then there are governments involved with this. Council is government, and then there are housing groups associated with this. Yeah, you got the association part right. Associated with terrorism.
Yeah, they are like
Inland,
associates.
homeborn terrorism governments. That's what you are.
Yeah,
You're
terrorizing
terrorists.
people. Yeah.
You are the very definition of what terrorism stands for.
That's a result of the history.
And
They
then
behave
when you look at all
always.
of that sort of stuff, then what they're doing to kids, that should piss you right off. And look how much they stand in public like they're so great towards children. They couldn't give a shit. And then they want to shadow and make these shut up and put you next to people that are drugs. Shit, fucking hell, we really need him to do something. We need him to take these drugs. We need him to do this. We need him to act like this. Why? Because then it tells everyone that we're okay. And they keep throwing things to try and make it stick, right? Keep pushing for a reaction. And then, they've played all of these games. And to be honest, I really don't feel, I haven't settled here. And I won't. Because I'm waiting for it. And lo and behold, it starts to manifest, and these people blow smoke up each other's asses like, oh, look at how we've manifested this stuff. Look at how we've manifested. Look. You must have sat on your bedroom wall looking at this stuff, and the universe is acting because you wished it, sir, my sire. You try to convince me that devil horns are devilistic whilst they go around polishing fucking unicorn horns. Oh, so not all things with horns are devilistic then, are they? That person's the devil! Why? Because he likes the idea of having what body are. If I could make my bone grow in certain ways, I would have very interesting skull ratio. Wouldn't you? No, I don't like tattoos, but I love burns. The trouble is, I don't scar very long from burns, so I like that. I like that scarring. As opposed to putting ink inside my body.
Poisonous, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think scar tissue is pretty. And stretch marks. Man, there's some interesting reads on stretch marks, don't you think? Most people fear having that. After having children, because we've been made that look like it's a bad thing when really it's not. And then I think some women feel that men won't look at them the same way because it's all about the body and this and that and this. It's not about the body, it's about the soul. The body is going to rot one day. It's going to get old. It's going to get damaged. It's going to have Mount fucking Sharp grow on it sometimes, That'd be the volcano. Olympus Mons, even in some cases,
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It also gets covered in snot and colds and stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean when someone's got it like...
Daddy, yeah.
But even still, yeah, you shouldn't feel ashamed of that. That's society, that's toxic society, that is. But look at the people that have got to run toward that. You've got to look like you're so perfect.
Yeah, they are worried that their classes will fall and they won't be any special in the other way. Not just in money way, but they have the status, don't they? That in other countries people
They
don't.
have give status a very bad name.
They
They have give gods a very bad name.
do.
They have give education systems a horrible name.
Yeah.
They have give doctors' records a horrible name. Because remember, just before getting all of these houses, do you remember that guy that was accessing the doctor's database with that card?
Yeah.
Who worked with Council's Help Hub?
Mm. Yeah.
You know, when I told him about some of my health conditions, do you know how excited he got?
Yeah.
I noticed his behaviour change immediately. Like he just hit the jackpot and he was trying to contain it. And it was taking a long time, if you remember I said that, to print some stuff out. Didn't know whether it was because he wanted to print that out or... You see, they're snidey cunts.
Or
He
maybe
would've printed
print
out
it
some
more,
extra
yeah.
and you'll take this one and...
Because it was open and maybe it would be recorded when you're not there, so it's easier to print it at the
And
same
I'm going
time.
to get some help for something, but it should have been a doctor, but again... And then these people abuse it.
Yeah.
And then what, do they infiltrate hospitals as well, do they? Get doctors' degrees that aren't real just so they can give you overdose medication? And the doctors don't question authority in the surgery, they've just been told that they can do this. Because they're not to question authority. And then that authority doesn't question the authority, and it doesn't question authority until it goes all the way back. And that's what keeps you looking forwards, which then means that you don't ever look at the puppet masters. So the commands go down the chain, but if you were to look backwards and the other person were to look backwards and the other person were to look backwards, give this to Kevin, give this to Kevin, give this to Kevin, Kevin's not here, Kevin's not here, Kevin's not...
Mhm.
That's why I don't want you questioning authority, because you have to turn around.
Yeah.
And then you meet that resistance, don't you? One person's turning around, right, you're sacked. And then
Yeah.
someone else is, you're sacked.
Yeah.
And then until this person actually turns around, because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I was sucked.
You
for
see, and
that.
then when you're in your selfish mode,
Yeah.
guess what? You feel like it would never happen to your family. It'll never be your kids that do that. And what you're actually saying in that is, so what? I don't care if it is my kids. I don't care if it is my great-grandchildren that suffer this because of me. I don't care.
Yeah, I won't be here.
Yeah,
It won't
what does it
happen to me.
matter? I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And these people want to hope and pray there is no fucking afterlife because your whole bloodline is watching you act like that. You might not fear it, you don't have to, but one day you'll know. I'd bypass that. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Would you? In your family, if that was happening? You'd bypass it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Nah. Well, let's miss these ones out and see how it happens here. But yeah, you can look inside a fucking history book in school, right? And go, oh, look, this time would have been good. Look how great this person was. Oh, look how great this person was.
I don't remember that in history book. I remember there was war from this time to this time. Then they disagree on something. So it took them some time to regroup, and then there was this war after that. Then people were hungry at this time. Then there was something I don't remember.
What is hidden now shall be revealed, and when these troops pass on from doing a battle, then they get to see the truth. Look at this person. You laid down your life. What was the reason again? Because of this. Have a look. Just you look at that.
And some people,
And then their true motive is revealed.
and some people didn't want to lay their life at all, but they were forced. Or they were forced out from their homes,
Yep.
from their
And
place.
then what? Generations go back and they say, your great-great-great-granddaddy Nostalgia was a soldier. Oh, he was? I want to be just like him. There's a good one. And then the narrative continues. But if you connected inside yourself and were to connect it to these bloodlines of yours, you wouldn't listen to them anyway, but still. Because it'll take blind faith that, but you're already doing blind faith that you're listening to these people. Because they know. They know more.
Sure.
They were heroes. That's why they're not in the books. And we are. Artificial history. Do governments, kings, make the country, or is it the people that is in it?
The people? Because...
And your family couldn't be a king? A royal family? Anybody else's? The soldier? Your whole family couldn't be a royal family? You wouldn't do it identical. For sure. Shit, eh, mate? What sort of tradition would you have? Yeah, see, you have to take my tradition, which actually is not any of your traditions. These traditions go back.
Yeah.
Decorating trees. Ooh, that goes back really far. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Look at these smoke huts. Your ancestors weren't living in smoke huts. Look, we found the lungs. You see, they had lung cancer. Okay. Look at this picture over here. This means this, this, and this. And this other one, take a look at this ink splotch. What does this look like? It looks like a butterfly, doesn't it? And this one looks like this, this, and this. And shit me, I can find you evidence to support facts, can't I? This symbol means this, this, and this. And that's the only thing it means. It could also mean this, this, and this. It could also mean that, that, and that. It could also mean these, and these. And then there's your interpretation. What would you say that this symbol was? Oh, this, this, and this. There you are. Ask a whole school of children what these symbols mean, and they will give you a load of definitions for it. Mm-hmm. And then you've just gone, that one. Yep, you were right about that. Go on. Here's a title, sir. Yeah, space is the final frontier. The space in their hands. Space in their hands. What will it all be about? Money, suffering needlessly. Oh, there just isn't enough hospitals, look. But if you throw more money at us, give us more obedience. It feels like a forced fucking Bible, don't it?
Yeah.
Obedience. God wants your obedience. I'm pretty sure God's quite capable of creating obedience if he wanted it, wouldn't he? Defeat the object of him giving you fucking freedom, really, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Shame, really, isn't it? Also gives you socialism. Is it socialism? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here, but yeah, I'm glad I got that off my chest, but still. Yeah. I think you're living in the past. You know what? Go take this and run away with it. Go do what you want with it. And it's not offensive. If you take that as offensive, I mean, it's the middle. If you want, you can go take all of that, reverse psychology and all that stuff that you do and wrap it up in a little bow, and you can fuck it off. All of it. You got to keep your mouth. You can't do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. No. I think I should do what I feel is correct. And it might not be correct by your terminology, but it feels right by mine. And it's negative, and it's this, and it's that. No, it's a story, it's truth, it's reality, and your reports could back this up as well. Oh no, but you changed those reports, but all the people that are around, if you were to interview the people that were there, oh, holy shit, we must all be having a shared delusion. See, that's the difference. You see? If they make it so that you become famous, so how many other people are going to come forward and support what you say as being true? For me?
Many?
Many.
Yeah.
And then it makes their reports, they can no longer bullshit their reports now, can they? Gotta watch this one, gotta stop this one from getting out. You can't let this one get out. Why? Because all of the people that were around this person will end up telling the truth because they know what happened because they were there. Unless all these people are telling lies. Oh, I must have been able to convince them all to tell lies, even though I haven't seen them. But they'll remember, and I know they will because it's so odd. And when I bump into them, there's that mutual remembrance. How do you reckon all these people walk in those sort of knowing? All those teachers that were involved in that. How do they do it? How do they shelf that burden of that? How do they look at themselves in a mirror every day knowing that they fucking abused kids?
Yeah, they probably continue in that, so...
How do they walk with that? How do councils walk with that they abuse kids until they're adults and put them into dangerous situations that they orchestrated?
And abused adults as well.
Abusing vulnerable adults and everything else.
Yeah.
And then when one person goes forward, how many other people have been put in this position?
Yeah.
And then, oh boy, government, I can see why you need to have all your fucking groups looking out at people. Because the truth of the matter is, really, the truth will come out in many people. That's what it is. And you're scared.
Yeah.
Because then your propaganda machine stops fucking working, don't it? Your bullshit machines all stop. And all of you little individuals that have created this for me and other people and kids alike, and all the other people that have suffered in that, it's the innocence, isn't it? So what, she'll grow up thinking that this stuff is all normal because of them. Have you not noticed in the attack towards me with these saffron and everything else, do you notice how they turn their back on a little child? Oh, maybe we should go and remove her then. See again, see the way these people think. In front of Paul Clark and all those ones that came around at Saffron, look at the way they were operating in front of her. A little kid. And then she's going to grow up not respecting authority because look at what authority has done. I recognise that. I grew up in that. And all the other kids that were around that saw things that were very bad that almost killed them. And then you watch the authority just ignore it. And then that's the same authority that comes for these same people that step out of line with the full force. And yet these individuals got away with it. And then when they call that same authority to get involved in their life, they say there's nothing we can do. How many other people have gone through this?
Many.
Oh, your control now feels very diminished. What's that smell? Oh, there it is. It's singeing away. And how do you lot get up and look in a mirror every single day? How do you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
And yet, people who are this numb, are this narcissistic, are in control of your social services, are in control of your benefit system,
Yeah.
are in control of where your money goes.
Heartless people, yeah. And abusive people.
Abusive, child endangerment.
Yeah.
That they would most happily let kids suffer in order to retaliate for some particular reason for their experiments.
Yeah.
To just understand human behavior whilst shitting all over humans' behavior, yeah? Crushing the soul. Because these idiots apparently are forging diamonds. Piss off. Now I get it, some people are saying that with true genuineness to try and make you turn it into something positive, and I truly appreciate it, but it's very hard to see the real from the fake. And you will know in your heart of hearts that I'm not targeting you. You'll know it and probably forgive it, or maybe not, I don't know. No, I'm not on about you lot. The ones that are genuine will always remain standing. The ones that are fake, they're the ones. They're the ones I'm talking to. And your disgusting excuses of life. And in very high power positions and all the rest of it, and then tell me all about safety. Do you know how transparent my little one was in all of this? That she was able to film them without them even realizing. She was the most covert little operative I think I've ever seen. And they missed that, didn't they?
Yeah, they
In
did.
their little power plays.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
What we're going to do, get around her when she gets older and shadow ban her too, are we? Going to make it worse? Going to take her kids from her? Going to set her up, are you as well? Because that's a reality, isn't it? They did it to my mum, they did it to me, and now they're doing it to my little. And these same ones run courts. Make rules for the nation.
That's how it looks, the nation. That's why it looks that way.
How disgusting is that?
It is.
And then cause the mental health in people and then go, we shouldn't have to pay for that. Fit for work, fit for work, fit for work. Why do we need so many groups looking at us people here?
Yeah, we won't let them make money, but we won't pay them money either when they cannot find any job anyway. And you have to all work, even though there's 2.5 people for one job. That's why you will work only 5 hours, and that must be enough for you.
And then what, we're going to get a universal basic wage to keep these precious little egos afloat, are we?
No.
Anything but destroy their egos. Look how wonderful we are. Look how good we are.
Look how posh
Look, we don't have
are.
any of those things that you had to cage you in to worry about. We keep you distracted with the cages. But look how great we are. Look how fake We are.
That's basically racism, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Classism.
Yeah.
Because
They,
you are.
they
ooh.
behave like racists exactly because you are. Yeah.
Do you know what fucking gentries need? A long pole, and we should all have hooks on our heads so that they can come and hook a duck. And your prize is, here you are. Stand over there, that's it. There's a goldfish for you. Alright, next one. Should we hook some more ducks? I mean humans? Ah, there we go. Ah, it says you're a voodoo doll. Yeah. You have to just sit there a second. Let's take the pole out again. This is what it is, isn't it? This is the circus, isn't it? Like hooking ducks.
Yeah.
What prize are you gonna get? Fucking shit. Horrible, mate. And then they want you to be quiet about it. Yeah, because it was great when it was working on the inside, isn't it? As long as it's destroying you, get out of my hair. And then when people learn to speak up and speak out, and then they'll try and teach other people around you, oh, toxic positivity. Toxic positivity. I ain't got time to listen to that shit, mate. Look, come on, you got to move into the future. It ain't happening anymore. Do you know what? I once understood that mental scars last longer than actual physical scars.
Or like.
It's called mental torture. It goes with you for day in and day out, and it's like psychologists in certain groups have forgotten this.
Even if you are not thinking about it, it's somewhere there, isn't it? Yeah.
You've got to become aware of this. And then, shouldn't these people then hold on to it? Because I know certain psychologists that have gone through certain events. It's still, if they took to tell the truth, it still surfaces. But it's how I deal with it. Yeah? Let's strip you from your money then. Let's strip you from your title then and see how you deal with it. Because there's a reason why you've elevated, isn't there? Yeah, because you're more malleable. You're more convincible to spread this stuff on. And again, it's that one shoe fits all, isn't it? So alcoholics have to go to alcoholics meeting and discuss their problems to stop them relapsing. But anyone that's been through mental cruelty has got to shut up about it and come from a different way and don't sound too negative because you've got to protect their fucking egos.
That doesn't really work, especially with mental problems. But whatever.
Don't be a victim.
Yeah.
Again, trying to control the narrative once again, right? Of how you should be in this.
Who made the victim in the first place?
And then these people are telling you how to respond to it. Like it's fucking easy. You walk the path first, and then let's see how you respond to it. Well, I went through this. That. I'm on about from day dot, from all the people that you're supposed to trust. Care systems, this, that, and the other. Constantly telling people how they deal with things is wrong. Problem shared is a problem halved.
Then you are not allowed to share.
It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. So for every negative video I may share, there's going to be a fucking ton more positive ones that come out of it. That's my process. That's my formula. And I don't want anybody else to sit there telling me how I should really be. You can have your opinion.
Yeah.
I ain't going to take it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
You see? And you know, if you love plants, and that these help you through depression and everything else, just be careful not to tell many people about your processes that help you, because they might want to sabotage those things that make you feel positive or feel the lack of depression. Or do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's okay to talk about it, just don't get stuck. So shift. Yeah, no, I think it is time to speak about it, actually, because the more I think about it, how can you ever change anything for the better if the problem is still here? And then they try and convince you that you're the problem. It's because of you. But what did I do as a kid? I didn't do anything.
Exactly. Since you were a little kid. Kids are innocent creatures.
What did my daughter do that was so wrong? That she had to go through all of that?
Nothing. You just
No, nothing.
You just both were born in certain class.
Okay, and then what happens if then that continues with her? You see, only people that want this to continue are the ones that need you to be quiet, which is compliance. Again, it always adds to compliance.
Yeah.
And they can hire bogus doctors to try and get that compliance. They can hire fake psychotherapists to get that compliance in any way they can. In any and every way that they can, because they want to continue it, or they don't want the exposure. This is all it boils down to. And then if they'd have killed me, what would my little have seen? What? She'd have witnessed her dad die, whilst everything around him failed. That's the sort of pain, innit, that never goes away.
Exactly.
And I kept fighting through that. I kept fighting it. That's fucking evil. That is sick. And whilst you lot just sit back and watch it, like it's some sort of fascination, but never ever walk yourself into a vulnerable little girl's fucking shoes at all. No doubt men. How many women would walk through that and see that and be disgusted with it? And what, that will never be your kids? Because you've complicited in it, that means that you have accepted it. They'll call it karma, right? Won't they? Won't they call it karma? Come on. That's the same shit you're using towards people, isn't it? Karma. This is my karma, apparently, for speaking up against the gentry. And then the moment they're done with that, they move on to another subject. Oh dear, now all of you know all of this stuff. Now you're a threat. Now this is karma, karma, karma. Oh, I don't know if it's a place for you guys. And all of this because apparently they're forging diamonds. No, that's a mistake. And then what, all of those other people that suffer in that, what, they're not worthy? They're the broken. And that was all their choices?
No. Is the choices so gentry?
See, each one of these has got the council listed toward it. And then how much money have they got to do that? And then who gives them this money, remember? Because apparently we pay that tax and then it gets given to central government and then government give them back the money in order to get them to do the things, yeah?
It's like money laundering, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
when it goes this way and back.
What, and the king okayed this? The queen okayed it?
Yeah. And the king before and queens before and all of them, yeah?
Yeah, they all okayed this all the way through, yeah?
Yeah.
Even when they were hanging people for that money.
Yeah. That's why I think that UK left EU, because they regret that the old times are gone when no one even would think about that. Gentry couldn't do that, because gentry would like kill you just because you said something against them. Or
yeah, now it's all accident based, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look at it. Look how many accidents
they are. Disgusted by the time that the times moved.
And do they want me to go to France? What is it with France?
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. It just reminds me of Diana. What's it when they're done with you and that they try and convince you to go elsewhere and then they get you there.
I know.
Or if you travel somewhere, they can get you elsewhere.
Yeah, they can get you
'Cause,
anywhere.
you know, they can then just blame it on Russia or blame it on France, and it worked before, didn't it? It's worked over and over, hasn't it? This has worked throughout the ages, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I ask, where is all this protection then?
Which protection?
Well, they can protect Julian Assange pretty quickly, can't they? No protection for Diana. No for protection for that guy that apparently had that poisoning. What was his name?
Litvinenko?
Yeah.
Well,
With all this watching around, I mean, you would think, right, with all these councils about, you know, fucking hell. I don't believe that. I don't think that was anything to do with Russia. I think it was just convenient to blame them. They're so far away that, well, what are you actually
and we
gonna
don't
do
like
about
them,
it?
so
Nothing.
you don't like them, so it's easy to blame them.
It keeps you looking over there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it doesn't make you look here, does it?
Doesn't make you look here at all, does it?
And then it opens your eyes that if that was a point to prove to that person that once they've exhausted all of the information out of him, they then kill him here. How many other people have been killed with cancer the same way? Jade Goody?
Okay.
Ask these questions. It really gets you asking questions. What, the strange cancer cases? And is this the nuclear war that they're on about? Where they go and lace it up. You can't see it, can't smell it, can't taste it, and then they go and put it in all your houses. They expose you to the radiation, and then what are they going to do? Blame someone else?
Or something else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think after that they would have made alarms, right? Radiation REM alarms, so that people could never come here and do that again, right? But they didn't.
No.
No. Oh, there's nothing we can do about it. Look,
But you have fire alarms, smoke alarms, but you cannot have that.
but a radiation alarm.
Yeah.
Well, you have them. They are about.
Well, but you cannot have them like more around.
Like all over the streets and everything, and in hotels. I mean, as soon as it started making a chime sound, you'd know about it, wouldn't you? Why wouldn't they do this then? If it weren't a smoke screen for them, why have they not built this? Why is this not everywhere in the UK? After that event, you know, they love safety, don't they? They love protecting people with bullshit rules and regulations. And this is after what? Planes go down, is it? 7-7? How'd you manage to bring that shit over? During all of that time, yeah? How? With all of that lockdown and searching through everything and everything must be transparent. How did you miss it? I mean, too convenient, right? That you missed it. Well, they mixed it up in the hotel. I mean, how the fucking hell did you do that? You mean to tell me that Russian intelligence is more intelligent than British intelligence?
No, they cannot do that somehow.
How did you get that shit in the country? How did you even do it?
You need facility where you do that.
Do you see? It's where I think it's very unlikely.
Yeah.
It seems like if they were all meeting together in that you could get them all at once, right? By poisoning the area that they're at.
Yeah.
And then what? Allow this to walk all over people? Convenient to bring up the war now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But was it really them? I don't think it was. I honestly don't. No, Jade Goody, just too quick. Steve Jobs was another one, wasn't he? It was very quick, very rapid. Then it makes me think of my...
Steve Jobs fought for a while, didn't he? Well, that's because he was rich, but it was, you could see it on him that he was thin for a very long time.
These rapid spreading cancers.
Yeah. Patrick Swayze as well.
Patrick Swayze, there's another one.
Yeah. There's someone else I know for that.
And the other one was David Bowie.
David Bowie, that was good.
But he started speaking out though. That's the thing. He
that
started
was much
talking.
quicker, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a quick cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. Shannon Doherty. I think she was something about how the work was in Hollywood and stuff like that as well. She spoke about that.
This is the nuclear war.
Small nuclear war in small doses, but big enough to do damage.
Because I think in Somerset there is that facility for making that shit. Yeah, there is. It belongs to our government. It's so convenient, isn't it, that in that area this happens, and he was the most watched person ever, and then he was poisoned, and so were all of them, and it's just weird. I find it weird. And then no protocol, and what? You mean to tell me that if you can get that through airports, then what are all these protocols after 7/7? 9/11?
I always felt when I went through any airport, it was so invasive. They check you and you have to take off even your shoes,
Right,
and they
but people that
scan
are coming
everything
who they're
and
supposed to know and have
Yeah.
on a watch list or whatever else, they didn't even check at all. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know about that. I just feel that that whole story is so wrong. Off. Man, I still can't understand it with the trade towers, man. That would mean that the trade would go worldwide again, yes? The trade towers were taking care of trade, right?
yeah, they were the companies were in them, so it was not that far to go to make trade, was it?
So you can get really good trade deals there then, no?
Probably because they were close. All the companies were close.
So the companies were doing trade.
I don't know, honestly, but if big companies and they have all their...
Is there now a new trade centre then? Where the companies get together and do all of this trade?
I don't think there's
It
one
never got
like
rebuilt.
that. I don't think there's one like that.
What's beneficial about that?
World Trade Center. It was World Business, was it?
World business.
World,
Which is a fucking
because
good idea.
it's World
Yeah.
Trade Center, so there would be companies, probably not just American ones. They would have their offices, obviously.
So like
companies
China,
as well.
Russia, EU, Britain,
Yes,
everyone gets together in there and
Yes,
has an office in the trade.
Yes, some of the companies from all over the world would have their office. I'm not saying that headquarters necessarily,
Yeah.
but at least office to, it's a big 2 towers. There's quite a few businesses.
Who
fit
does the
there.
trade now then?
I don't know.
The businesses still do the trade?
Yeah, but it's different. And maybe they feel more vulnerable and not like going somewhere like that. I don't know. I never thought about that.
I just wonder. And 7/7 was the buses, weren't it? The tube.
Tube, yeah.
Weird. That can shadow ban everyday people, but couldn't.
And Boston Marathon was after sometime, wasn't it? After trade towers.
But yeah, and yet people managed to bring in a fucking Novichok, was it?
Yeah. It was local.
Use what is known about people and then used it against them. Where have I heard this before? The council do the same thing.
And
Use your health records against you. Use what's known against you. Use all of the reports that's against you, and then this same incident, use what's known against you. Fucking bollocks, mate. I just don't believe it. I find it very hard to believe any of that. I think it's all so convenient, isn't it? Too convenient that it was, because these came with that plan to do that and this, that, and the other. Nah. I don't know. Seems a bit odd. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Leave it there. See how it goes. But anyway.
Yeah.